Hello, yes. Myself, Dr. Radhika, Professor in Computer Science and Engineering. So, in this session, we are going to delete a node at some particular position. The position is specified by the user. So, we will delete the node at some particular position. Before going to this task, so first of all, here just I have given how the node of the singly linked list is being defined. So, this is the structure of the node. So that means what? Here it contains data part and the next part, and also we have given a new name for this struct node asterisk, that is NPTR. So for NPTR is the new name for the struct node. It is a pointer to the struct node, that is your user defined data type. And also assume that the list has been already created. So we have the list. So we have the list here. Okay, so that list we are giving, I am giving it as a list here. So this is now my singly linked list that is there for me in order to perform my delete operation. So now I am going to perform this delete operation at some particular position. At some particular position, I am going to delete the function. Sorry, I am going to delete a node at some particular position, and the position is specified by the user. So now we will start how we can delete the node. So now first of all what I will do is, here what I am doing is I am not returning any value. So if you want, you can also return the value. So you can return the value of the node. Suppose if you can return the data part of that particular node that has been deleted, or also if you want, you can also return the node, that is the node address that you have deleted. So you can write, whenever we say programming, in programming you can handle in number of ways. A program can be written in number of ways. So depending upon our requirements, you can change it. So here I am writing the program such that it is not returning any value. So just I will display the messages within this function itself, and I will free the memory that has been deleted for the node that has been deleted. So now that's why I am giving the return type as void. So why I am giving return type is whatever that is deleted in my, whatever that has been deleted, so that I have the whatever that has been deleted, just that value I am going, that is that information I am going to print in this function itself. So that's why here we don't have any return type. So that's why I have written it as void. So after writing void, so return type you have to give the what is the function name. So here my function name is, it is delete at position. So delete at position. Okay, here the function name is delete at position. So now what I am doing, I am delete at some particular position. So that I have given as the function name. So if you want, if you feel that the function is so much lengthy, you can write a short name also. I will write a short name here. So you can give del for delete and 2 for 2, and for position you can give POS. So like that also you can give the function name, that is our interest. So because it can be any valid identifier. So now what I have to do, whenever now after giving the function name, I should give the parameters. The parameters that in the parameters list, I have to give the parameters that are to be passed to the function. So first of all, the first parameter that has to be passed to the function is your header node. So what is the data type of the header node? It is struct node. Instead of struct node, I have given a short name, that is NPTR. So you can give NPTR H, comma, and here you need to pass one more parameter, that is the position. So you should also pass one more parameter, that is position. So if you want, you can pass it from the calling place, or if you want, you can also write that in this function itself. So anything can be done. Okay. So here what I am doing is I am passing the position from the calling place. So what will be the position? It will be of type integer, and for example here I am saying ith position. I want to delete a node at the position I. Okay, so this is what I have to these are the two parameters that I have to pass to this function. So now I will write the function now. So whenever you are working with pointers, so always here in the singly linked list, the header node is the starting node address. The header is the starting of your linked list. So it contains the first node address. Suppose if you do by mistake something wrong to the header node, then you will lose your list. You lose the total list. So that's why what you have to do is you should not use the header pointer in any of your manipulations. Okay, so for that one what you can do is you can declare some temporary variables, and then that temporary variables can be used for your in order to perform your task. Okay, so that's why here what I am doing, I am using some temporary variables in order to do some modifications to my list. So I am declaring two pointers here. So what will be the type of the pointers? Again it is nptr, and here I am declaring two pointers, temp, and another one is I am declaring p. I am declaring two pointers. Here I have declared how many pointers? Two pointers. So next what I have to do is, here where is my list now? My header is at this location. So for example, so I will tell you with examples. Suppose if the I value is 1. I value is 1 means what? I have to delete a node. At the position 1. That is the first node. So that means whenever if you want to delete a node, so what you have to do is you should move the pointer such that you should have that particular node address and also the previous node address also. So that's why what we will do is, first of all we will move the pointer. So that is temp is equal to, so what I will do is I will place the temp at the h itself. So now temp and h are same. So temp is equal to h. So now I have used my temporary variable at the position of h. So now just I will give a simple loop. I will give a simple loop. Okay. So what I will do is I will use a variable a. So that variable should be declared. So int a. So a is equal to 1 and a is less than I and a plus plus. So why I have given this loop is, suppose if the position is 3, if the position, suppose I will tell for the, if the position is 3, then what should happen? So for 1 it is the, if the first position means first node, this is the second, and this is the third, fourth, fifth, like this. So now if you give I value 3 means what? You want to delete this 21. That is the node 21. So that means what? You have to move the pointer one by one. So then that means, so the temp first it is here, then it should be here, and then it should be here. And P is the pointer that points to the node that is going to be deleted. The node that is going to be deleted. Okay. So now what we can do? So we can start the pointer from here, and how many times we have to move? Just suppose if the value of I is 3, then what we have to do? We have to move it up to 2 positions. So then what will happen? The temp will be placed at location 2. See how it will happen. So first, so here I is equal to 3. So first A will be first equal to 1. So where is our temp now? It is at the position, it is at header. So now what I will do is, here I will just move the pointer temp to temp next. It is temp next. That is, this statement what it will do? Just it will move the pointer to the next node. So now temp where it is? Here it is. The temp node is at the H. So now what you have to do? So if A is equal to 1 and 1 is less than 3, the condition is true. So now what happens? So from here, where the temp will move? It will move to the node 10. Now temp will be here. Next again it goes to the loop. So again A will be incremented. That A will become 2. So 2 is less than 3. Again the condition is true. Then what will happen? Again from here, the temp will move to the next position. That is here. Okay. Next, what will be the value of A now? It will be 3. So 3 is less than 3. What happens to the condition? The condition is false. The condition is false. So that's why what will happen? Once the condition is false means, will it go to this statement? It will not go to this statement. So then, where is your temp now for? It is one position before the node to be deleted. Okay, one position before the node to be deleted. So for example, if I say, if I give, now I will give the address of the next node to P. So P is equal to temp next. P is equal to, I will give temp next. So I have given P. So now this address is what? Now this is P. So that P is what? P is the address of the node. It is the address of the node that is to be deleted at position 3. So now at position 3 we have to delete the node P. So then what we have to do? So first of all, before deleting, so if you want, you can check whether the list is empty or not. So how you can check whether the list is empty or not? So that how you can write that function. So you can write it as if list is empty. If is empty of, then just you will give a message, printf list is empty. That means these messages are for the communication to the user what has been done in the function. So next, here the message has been printed. Suppose, for example, suppose if the list is empty, so just it will print the list is empty. Suppose if you give the value of I as, how many nodes we have in this one? Totally we have 7. So suppose if you give the value of I as 8, then what will happen? So it will start from here. It will move on like that. How many positions it has to move? -1. That is I minus 1. So that is 7. So 1, not 9, 8, I will give 9. For example, a number greater than that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at 7 itself, the temp has become null. The temp has become null. So then in that situation, so is there a node to be deleted at position 9? We don't have a node. So all the cases you have to consider here. So we don't have a node to be deleted. So that's why whenever you are writing this condition, temp is equal to temp next, what you have to do is you have to check the condition whether the temp is not equal to null. So if the temp is equal to null means, so you have asked to delete a node that has exceeded your list. So that's why here you can give a simple condition, if temp not equal to null. If temp not equal to null, it indicates that you have asked some position after your last node. So that is not possible. So that's why that you can check here. Else, if temp is double equal to null. So this is one condition. So if temp is equal to null means what? It has exceeded your list. That is, it has, the position is after your last node. That is not possible. So here also you can give a simple message. Printf node doesn't exist. Node doesn't exist yet %d. What is that %d? I. At %d position. You can also give it as at %d position. Okay. So you don't have a node at that particular position. So next, the remaining all cases, that means it can be first node or last node or a node in between, anything, any cases. So whenever if you take all the cases, so here P is the node that is to be deleted and temp is a node before the P. Okay. So now for the else, that is for the other case, what you have to do is, so what you have to do, how you can modify the links. So for example, here if you take, so how you can modify the nodes? So here you have to delete this node. You have to delete this node. So now what you have to do? If you modify a link like this, then automatically this link is removed. This link is removed. So that means what? Logically this 21 has been deleted. So then what will happen? So your list after 15 it will contain 30. So the link will be modified like this. So for that one, first of all you have to write that. That is temp. So for temp next, what you have to put it? Temp next. That is this part. So in this, for this one you have to give the address of which one? This node address. This node address is available where? It is available here. Here means what? It is P next. So that's why here you have to give it as P next. You have to give it as P next. Okay. So now our link is modified. Suppose if our node is first node. If our node is first node, then where our temp will be for us now? So our temp will be here and this will become P. So then also we don't have any problem. So a link will be created like this. And suppose if you have only, so this is valid for all the cases. For example, suppose if this is the node to be deleted and then this will become the temp. In that case also no problem. So what will happen? For temp next, you are putting what? P next. What is P next here? It is null. That means you are placing null. So that then this becomes the last node. For that one also it is satisfied. So for example, if you take only a node of a list of only one single node. So this is H and we are having only one single node. So that is, for example, you are having the value like this. That is, it is having only one node. So then in that case, this will become temp and this will become P. In that case also it is satisfied. So here what you are doing? So in P next you have null. So what you are placing? In temp next you are placing P next. P next is what? It is null. So once if you place this null here, so this is removed for you. This node is removed for you. So once this node is removed means again your list has become empty. Okay, for empty also it has been satisfied. So this statement satisfies all different cases. So now once this pointer has been modified, so then you can give a message. Printf %d node is deleted at %d position. So here what you have to print? You have to print the value, that is P data. And for this percentage you have to print the position. That is what? That is available in the variable I. So this is how you can print the message. So now this has been deleted for you. Now what you will have? You will have the link, this one. So if you logically the node has been deleted, but here what you have to do? You have to free that memory. So free of P. So once the memory has been deleted, then what happens? So the memory can be used by some another program. So this is the closing of else and this is the closing of the function. So this is how you can delete a node at some particular position. So whenever you are trying to write the code, what you have to do is you have to assume different cases that may appear in that particular problem. So assuming all the different cases, you have to write the code. Okay, so this is how you can delete a node at some particular position. So thank you viewers. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel.